Verse 8. God also gave Abraham the covenant of circumcision at that time. So when Abraham became the father of Isaac, he circumcised him on the eighth day. And the practice was continued when Isaac became the father of Jacob, and when Jacob became the father of the 12 patriarchs of the Israelite nation. Verse 9. These patriarchs were jealous of their brother Joseph, and they sold him to be a slave in Egypt. But God was with him. Verse 10. And rescued him from all his troubles. And God gave him favor before Pharaoh, king of Egypt. God also gave Joseph unusual wisdom, so that Pharaoh appointed him governor over all of Egypt and put him in charge of the palace.
Now, did you notice how the story of Jacob was referred to here? Do you know that Joseph faced a lot of experiences, terrible experiences. He was thrown into the pit by his brothers and then sold to slavery. Then the wife of Potiphar set him up again, and then he was thrown into the prison. Now, all of those bitter experiences were not reckoned with in details. And that's the thing. When life pushes you, into a pit, if you have two choices. You can either accept that experience and begin to wallow in self-pity, or you can choose to get out of it. In the trap of offense, of bitterness. It was so good for Joseph that when he reconciled with his brothers, they were afraid. They thought he would kill them and all of that. But he had to tell them that what you meant for evil, God has turned it around for good. Now, when you are trapped by bitterness, by offense, by unforgiveness, what you're doing is you are magnifying your offenders. You are magnifying the bad experiences. You are magnifying the pit experiences that has befallen you. But when you are quick to move on, you render those experiences, those offenders, irrelevant. Is it not amazing that in this short story that Stephen made reference to, he didn't even mention the wife of Potiphar? Are you seeing that? He didn't mention the wife of Potiphar. He did not mention the chief butler that forgot Joseph for 2 years. Why? Because Joseph moved on quickly from all of those things. And the moment he moved on, he moved into his destiny. How did he record the story of Joseph? That, yes, it was, the brothers were jealous of him and all of that, but he found favor before Pharaoh. That's more like a 30 years or 20-something years story compressed, because a man was able to move out of self-pity, was able to move out of offense, was able to move out of unforgiveness, and he stepped into his destiny. So who is that person that has offended you, that you have refused to forgive him? You are giving that person more chapters in your life's story. But the moment you forgive the person and move on, you have redeemed. The person may not even be mentioned at all in your story. The Bible says God delivered him from his anguish and God gave him favor before Pharaoh. That was the next person that was mentioned. No Potiphar, no wife of Potiphar, no chief butler. Amazing. God also gave him unusual wisdom. That's the wisdom we're talking about. May that wisdom rest on you today. Because some an event that happened to you that you have just refused to move on from. But the Lord is bringing wisdom even your way today. Move on so that you don't empower someone that wants to see your tears, and then you begin to give them more volumes in your story. You begin to give them more chapters in your book. grace to move on rest on you. In the name of Jesus.